Welcome to Cackling in the Void.
My name is Kaylee.
And I'm Ashley.
And let's see if the void echoes back today.
Today we're in the void of nothingness, just having a conversation. Mm-hmm. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
And welcome to...
welcome to the Wednesday void of nothingness. Honestly, Ashley and I, we were just kind of talking about books and like, because, some of our friends are just having babies. And we were like, oh, man.
There's going to be a wave of children that are named after
that like we think are going to be the craziest baby names that we're going to hear. That is probably going to come from our generation of like people like reading books like this. And,
absolutely. Rowan, Aelin.
Yeah. Rowan, Aelin.
Reese.
Mm-hmm.
Cassian.
Mm-hmm. I like Cassian though.
I do like Cassian.
I think Cassian. I was like, actually, I like Cassian. Actually, a name that like I'm kind of down. I'm kind of down for Caspian.
Mm.
And then you could name like, could go like Cass, go like that way.
I do like that.
Things like that.
I'm trying to think. See, I feel like Xaden would be, but I feel like that one's just a little more, like, it would be less common, because that's so obvious. Like, not that the rest aren't, but, like, Rowan, Cassian, like, I've actually met people with those names. I've met a Cassian before.
I'm sure they exist. I'm sure they're really, I'm so sorry. That was so bad. I did not mean to.
I know that we've talked about it, but I do like the name Everest. I think that's a really pretty name.
Yeah, I think Everest and Forest are fun names.
Mm-hmm.
At least for a boy. I mean, I think that Forest would be a really good name for a girl too.
Yeah. I have an easier time like coming up with boy names and girl names, and I don't know why. I think I just do. Like, more unique, like, Everest, Forest, like, that type of, like, name is easier for me for, like, a boy than a girl, and I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like I've always really loved, like, classic names for, like, girls.
Yeah.
So, like, I really love, like, one of my favorite names that, like, I'm sure is, like, more popular, like, now. Because... you came out when the song came out, but me, because I've always loved it because I love Shakespeare, is Ophelia. I love that name.
That's a really pretty name.
Ophelia, Iris, I think is a beautiful name. I do love even though like they're quote unquote like more common, I'd still love like Lily and Rose and like flowers. I am also that
because I do. I also tend to lean more into like in quotes like the older names for girls.
Yeah,
like, I think they're so pretty, and I'm like, oh.
Even though I probably would name my girl Coraline. I don't care.
I love that.
Don't care. Still really good. Love it. Love the name.
I do think, like you said, like Lily is a pretty, like Lillian. Yeah. I think that's really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think, like, honestly, the recent, like, I honestly, like, Coraline Rose.
Ooh.
I think that's, like...
That's gorgeous.
Coraline Rose. Have a good last name, at least. If you guys are going to take this name off this podcast and name your kid that, at least have a good last name. Because if I find out that
Coraline
your guys'
Rose
last name...
Smith?
Yeah. No, immediately. That's how I was like, I'm going to be upset. Because no.
Johnson.
Nope. The answer is no. Okay, it could be Jones. Do Coraline Jones because that's like very similar to because that is the name. But
that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. But any other, gotta have a cool last name.
Like for me personally, I wouldn't name a kid or like my child something that is. How do I word this? Something that is a name that's like sounds more like a toddler name than like something like later. Does that make sense? Like Mona.
Why don't you think Mona is a grown-up name?
I mean, it can be. I'm not saying it's not. But I know a couple people that name their kids and I'm like, I don't know. I would not name my kid that.
Okay. I was like,
not that Mona can't be a grown-up name.
the Mona Lisa. She was a very adult woman when she posed for that. That's probably a lie. She was probably
a lie. Yeah,
I was like, that's actually like probably a lie. She was. I was going to actually say
14.
She was younger because like at the time I was like, she's probably like 14, 15.
We're gonna look it up.
How old was she? Lo and behold, she's fucking 12.
Literally.
But
how old was Mona?
I don't know. There's certain names that like I would just never, like, for instance, like my grandparents, my white grandparents have always asked me never to asked all of us to never name any of their kids after them. And it's because it's Phyllis was my grandmother's name. No. And then Clarence was my grandfather's name. So they were openly like, don't do it. Don't do it.
She was 24.
Oh, wow.
I know. Wow. I was shocked. I was like, really?
She was an adult. That's crazy. Good for her. Good for them. That. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I thought she was going to be like 14 to 16.
Yeah, I thought she was literally going to be like 12.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
Yeah. I wouldn't name my kid like Jeff. Or
No, I wouldn't either.
I also feel like
also, you can't name your kid Kyle.
I was like Kyle, Mark, like there's like a lump of names like Kyle, Mark, and stuff like that
Jeff,
I feel like is
Kevin.
Jeff, Kevin, but I feel like that's not Kevin. I feel like that's our generation's like John, Bob, Hal. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
have you not met a lot of Kevins? Because I've met
I guess
billions.
true, that is Kevin. I feel like also John.
Billions.
I feel like John.
Admit, Kevin is one of the most popular
name.
I was like, Kevin is one of the most like popular like Asian American names ever. I'm so sorry, guys.
You're not wrong. You know what? Now that I think about it,
we all know it. We all. I'm so sorry.
You're like, yeah, you could say it.
No, I know because I mean I have cousins named that. Like listen, like I'm not gonna deny this. Like we all know multiple Kevins, especially like if you are Asian, you know multiple Kevins. Like it's just a thing. It's okay. It's just like a very I don't know. I think the reason there are certain things about why I think specific names are like really common for like immigrants to choose for their kids, and it's because I think that they sound so white that when you hear the name Kevin, you immediately should associate your brain with a white person or like assimilation. Really, like if so, like okay. Probably shouldn't do it like that. Like, if we're gonna pull race out of like the thing and just be like, oh, assimilation to like culture, is they're gonna pick a very like quote unquote generic name from the culture. Yeah. And I just think that Kevin is that very like white sounding name.
Yeah. But it is interesting in how names kind of like there are generation names. You know what I mean? Like Ashley. I feel like that's part of ours. But I feel like there were Ashleys before, but I feel like I know many.
Ashley the 8th?
Literally. No, it's just I know so many Ashleys that are like around my age.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I know a couple Kayleys. You're the only one I know that spells it that way though.
Yeah.
But I like the way you spell your name more than I do.
I feel like the people that named their kids Kaylee should have all just like gone to a support group of how to spell, because the amount of ways that you are able to spell Kaylee is horrendous. It's not okay. It's not okay how many different ways that you can spell the name Kaylee. I've encountered 4 different ways to spell it, and that's not even including my own.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, no, everybody needs to go to a fucking spelling course. or we all just need to pick the same root of origin for the name, because it's wrong.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know. I'm sorry. I did not know that you could spell your name Keighly.
I know someone that. See, I know someone that spells it Kaliegh.
Yeah, and then the other one is Kyly. The other one is Kai. Ly.
Okay.
And then there's K. I think it's like Kyalee. It's
yeah, it's weird. I know that you can kind of
like there's just weird, and then like how you spell like mine, like Kaylee.
Yeah,
and then it's just like the why are you?
I know that there.
It's uncalled for.
It's not nearly as
uncalled for
bad because, but I have seen Ashley spelled a few different ways too. Not nearly as bad as Kaylee. Kaylee's insane.
I mean, you guys have like the IE variant, and
because I've seen ASHLEY, which is how I spell my name, and then I have ASH. How did I like my? It sounded wrong. ASHLEE. I've seen ASHLIGH.
See, yeah, no, the GH thing. We need to cut that shit out of the English language, because what the fuck? I refuse to. No. The answer is no, guys. The answer is no, and whoever Mr. Phonics Man was a fucking idiot. And I
did
him.
look up what the most common names were in the 1990s and then into the 2000s, because now I'm curious. We have, guess what you think it is for 1990?
Sarah.
Jessica.
Is it one of the top names though?
In the top 10, yes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I just said it.
Ashley?
No, Jessica.
Oh, I was gonna say. I was like, well, that was the next thing. Jessica. Yeah,
it goes. So 1990, Jessica. 1991.
I mean, Jessica Simpson. Oh, we're doing it by like decade, like
it's
years.
By decade.
Okay. Damn. Sorry, not by decade, by year. I don't know.
Ashley.
1991 is Ashley?
1991, 1992. And then it's like
nice.
1990, it was first place is Jessica, then Ashley. And then they swapped, then they swapped again back to Jessica in 1993. 1994, Ashley is still number 2. 1995, nice. Ashley's still number 2, Jessica's number 1. It switched. Ashley was dethroned to number 3. Jessica's at number 2. Emily's at number 1 for 1996. Emily's really common.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Emily's a really popular
and then it
name.
Finishes off the year, like the decade. Emily. Hannah makes its way up in 1998 to second place. Okay. Jessica is now in 7th. Ashley's at 4th. Samantha's at 3rd. And then in 1999, Emily, Hannah, Alexis, Sarah, Samantha, Ashley.
Yeah, I would say that those are all very generic.
Okay. Yeah, but that's also like our generation, like era. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that is all names. I'm like, I've met so many people with those names.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think the most common name for males up until from 1990 until 1998 was the same one? That's
Goku.
Awful.
I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I could not. No, actually, I know that sounds crazy, but I think like Goku and like specifically, I think Sasuke is going to be a huge name that is probably already like we're seeing in schools that we're like, guys, it's not okay.
And this is only in the United States. Putting that out there.
No, I know. But
I'm just saying that for everybody that's listening. Oh, no, I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, I haven't seen that name in a hot second.
Let's say, Kyle.
You have the last vowels correct.
Cole?
Yeah. No.
Michael? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, yeah, that makes sense.
And then Christopher was underneath that until 1994. Yeah. Matthew until 1996.
Yeah,
and then
Michael, Christopher,
Jacob.
Matthew, Jacob.
Brennan is on here. I actually do know a Brennan.
Okay, yeah, but like how far down the list is it?
It was at number 6 in 1993.
Okay.
James, Daniel,
Yep.
David, Tyler, Nicholas.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's in the 1990s. Let's see what changed in the 2000s. Not much. Well, let's see. It changes at the later half. For women, Emily reigned supreme until 2007.
Damn. Go Emily.
Hannah, Ashley, Madison, Abigail, Olivia, Sarah's still there, Samantha's still there, Jessica's still there. Obviously, Ashley is still there. Wow, Ashley is 8th place in 2004. Wow. And then in like 2006 is when we start getting into like Ava, Isabella, Olivia, Chloe, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I do know a couple kids that are like, that are younger than me at that age. Oh my god. What do you think for boys, what do you think their number 1 name was for the entire decade?
Oh, shit. Okay.
It is the same name that ended off in the 1990s.
So what, it's Michael?
It's Jacob.
Oh, Jacob.
From 1998 until...
Damn.
I don't even know when. Now I gotta go see. But, yeah, Jacob, Michael, Joshua.
That's crazy.
Ethan is coming up. Andrew.
See, I've only ever met, like, one Ethan.
Really? That's so funny.
Yeah.
I know, like, 3. How interesting.
Actually,
well,
that's a lie. I know two, technically.
I know 2. You're right. Because I knew one in middle school.
That's a lie.
And I knew one in high school.
Yeah.
I knew a Daniel.
Yeah.
Anthony. I know an
I think
Anthony.
we all know Daniel and Anthony.
We do. Now I'm curious. Most popular names. Come back, Wikipedia. That was helpful.
I wonder if Kaylee was ever a popular name.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's okay.
So. I love you, but I don't think so.
Don't lie to me. It's okay.
I don't think so. The Americas. That is what I want. Thank you.
At least not the way I spell it.
Wait. No.
Because the one with the GH is actually like the most commonly spelled way here in the US, I think.
It is. For sure.
Because I don't know if people... Like, once again, I just felt like people should have, like, gotten together, like, in an assembly and then, like, all agreed upon on how, like, to spell people's names. Because, like, the weird trend of, like, naming your kid, like, Kyle, but spelling it
weird
in the most horrendous fashion with a bunch of silent letters. The answer is no. The answer is no. The answer is no, you cannot do that. Just stick with the original spelling. I don't care how generic your name is, because guess what? Your name is still generic, regardless if you have a funky spelling. Yeah. Because it still said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's uncalled.
That's so funny. So I pulled the Social Security government website thing. Has a list of the most, like, 200 common names in the 2010s.
Oh, Jesus.
We're not going through over 200, but I scrolled down to see how many there were. The 200th for the man is Paul.
Valid.
In the 2010s. And then Graham. I feel like I know. I think I know of people that named their kid Graham, but I don't know them personally. Yeah. Xander.
I have met a couple Xanders. See, I feel like Xander's actually from a book.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like it, right?
Yeah, like, everybody comment down below what book is Xander from, because that sounds like it's from a book or a movie or like some sort of TV series.
It sounds so familiar. And then Gale, Gale.
For a man?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then Avery's above that.
See, I've only ever met Gale as a female.
The one above Avery. I don't know what I would do if I met someone named this.
What is it?
King.
It's like
Riker.
Like, okay, like here's the thing: is like King is not a bad name.
It's not a bad name. I feel like it would just throw me back. I'd be like,
yeah,
okay, hold on.
I mean, but it's also just like it's like, you know, like Jesus.
That's true.
Like a lot of kids are named Jesus.
That's true.
And that's just Jesus is a very common guy now, and yeah. I meet him all the time, so it's cool. Like I just out in the wild, just like working at Target, just oh, look, it's Jesus, like hanging out, you know.
Yeah. Isabella is 200 for girls with a Z. Isabella. Cecilia is number 199.
I like Cecilia.
I do like Cecilia. I just wasn't expecting it to be on the list. Rebecca, Nova. No, I'm scrolling up. I
like Nova.
I do.
Nova's
like Nova.
Cool.
Maddox, Kingston.
I also think that Opal would be a good one. Opal and pretty. Iris. Like those are really good.
Maverick.
Names.
I'm scrolling up now. Everett. That's not Everest. It's Everett. I was like, am I reading that wrong? No, I'm not. Josephine.
Really?
132.
I guess.
Camden. For a boy. Camden.
Like Camden Market? I'm so sorry.
Giovanni.
The only thing that's the only thing. Word association.
Kingsley for a girl. I kind of like that. That's pretty.
Which one?
Kingsley.
Okay, so you think Kingsley for a girl is okay, but you think King...
No. Like...
Oh, Kensley.
Thank you. That.
Yeah, my cousin's name's Kensley.
Yeah.
It's like a very, like, southern...
I'm saying it wrong.
It's, well, because what they really say is Kensley.
Yeah.
So it sounds like that in a southern accent.
Yeah.
So it's funny because like there are some names where I'm like, oh yeah, like my little cousins.
Because this is all 2010s names.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that makes sense because I think like when my older cousin.
Isn't that interesting how you can kind of tell the decades?
Well, technically their mom is my cousin, so they are like my second cousin.
Your mom.
My cousin is their parent.
Okay, so then they're your first cousin once removed.
How does the removal portion work?
Okay, pull up a chart. Hold on.
Me. How does that work? I just call them my little cousins. I just feel like at a certain point when your cousins start having kids, they're still your cousin. Like your cousins' kids are still your cousins.
Yeah,
and it's just like a thing. You're just fine. Like you're all cool.
So, you have you.
Yes.
Okay.
Me.
Parent.
Yes.
Okay. So, parent. Okay. Your parent's sister, we're going to say, has a child.
Yeah.
That would be your first cousin.
Okay.
That child has a child. First cousin once removed.
Got it.
First, and then they have a child, first cousin twice removed. So on and so forth.
Got it.
I don't have, well, I do on my dad's side, but on my mom's side, I don't have any, like, aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's my grandparents' sibling. So, like, my grandma's kid that has, my grandma's sister that has a kid. It's like my mom's generation in the family.
What if it's, like, my mom's cousin that is, like, born the same year as me, but so now... We just call each other cousins.
That would be your first
weird.
cousin once removed.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah, because like I know like some of our cousins call my mom aunt, but I know that they are not technically like like they're not first cousin. They're like I don't know how family ties work sometimes. No. But
and it's also so wild if you think about
generally
like how...
say, oh yeah, this is my cousin.
It's also so wild. It's like matter. You go all the way back up to like your fifth great grandparent, and like they're like that would be your third great grand uncle, and then like their kids are like
the answer is no.
Yeah, it's like the first cousin 4 times removed. I'm like,
yeah,
but also think how many cousins you have that are like so far removed that you're just like,
are they even related?
Yeah, literally.
Like at that point, like
Yeah. And so it's
I don't know.
my grandma's sister's kid is my first cousin once removed.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
And then
like,
her kids, so like her like 4 kids that I really love are they're my second cousin. So like, I have a ton of second cousins on that side of the family. Like it's literally mainly just us. And so it's like it's so interesting also to see.
Yeah, but they're all close to your age. Right? They're not like that much older than you.
So there's 3 of us that are like in a row. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then the third is me. And then there's a little bit of a gap. Then there's the next one. Then there's the next one. Okay. So like in the like generation of like the family, you have we call them like the original like siblings. Yeah, yeah. Right. You have their kids. Mm-hmm. And then you have like our generation, but it's also like in the family again. We're different generations in time, but like in the family, like the oldest is, I think, in his mid 30s, and then the youngest is 1.
Yeah.
And so it's so, but we're all in like the generation of that like part of the family. Yeah. But like then there's like us. It was really fun when I was younger.
It's like the when but
like, also like the original siblings. The oldest is 20 years apart from the youngest, so they're gonna have different. Yeah. Oh no! If we're going by that logic, oh wait, no, that's her kid.
That's why I'm like, yeah, that's just
so I'd say he's like confusing. 30s, maybe early 40s.
Okay. No, at that point, that like the cousin that's 1 is probably gonna call the 30-year-old cousin uncle or aunt, or like a different thing. It's weird because like technically, like same thing like with our family, like I have a technically like I call him Uncle Kip, but like technically he is somehow my cousin because he's my mom's cousin.
Yeah, that's confusing.
But they are all, I don't know. And then it gets weird, and then I'm like, yeah, no, we're just gonna call him Uncle. It's fine.
Yeah, I
don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
My brain hurts. Family trees are dumb.
They're so dumb. So we all related somehow. Shut up. Let's see.
Oh, I also think like for book names, like other like really popular book names that I think we are going to see is fuck. I didn't really read the books. But like the Maze Runner. What's that dude's name? What's that dude's name? I feel like he's gonna be really popular. And then
Maze Runner dude name. Thomas?
Oh, wasn't it? I thought he had a better name. Sorry for everybody who's a Maze Runner fan. Not that the book isn't good. I've never read it. I just didn't think that he would have
Thomas
a generic name.
Was
like
the
that.
last male? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
There's knew it.
Oh,
knew it.
What were the Hunger Game guys? PETA and
Hunger Game men. Hold on.
What was PETA, the other fucking dude?
Finnick and Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finn
and yeah.
I also think some like what's the princess name from Tangled? I know that you know that because it's like your favorite Disney princess ever.
His fake name is Finn Rider, and then he's Eugene.
Oh. Yeah, I think Finn,
yeah.
Finn and Flynn are gonna be big names.
Yeah. So if we're going up, now we're in the top 100.
Now I'm like, what are other like
Jackson
book names?
See, there's some names here that I'm like, oh, I know a horse named Jackson.
Yeah, like I like for a while I know like after like Game of Thrones, like a lot of people thought that like Sansa was gonna be like a really popular baby name. Mm-hmm. It's not. It's a really popular dog name.
Yep.
I've met so many dogs and so many cats named Sansa. Like it is unreal.
Asher, Xavier, Aiden. I've never seen Aiden spelled that way. I hate it.
See, once again, guys, this is where we get like creative. We need to all come together as a collective group and say, this is how we all can spell
Chloe
names.
with a K.
It's
Yeah, I
fine.
know.
It's whatever. It's okay.
Ashley,
I can't even spell.
Still in
Okay,
the
so
top.
Chloe and Cleo look
Oh my
so
God,
similar
they're
to me.
so similar.
They look
and you
so
just
similar
look at it
spelled, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't. The answer is I don't
I
know
don't
which
know.
one you are, and I
Yeah.
don't want to say it wrong. So I'm just gonna be like, oh, that's such a cool way to spell that. How do you say that?
Yeah.
And every single time I say it, some people are like, that's the normal way you spell Chloe, and I'm like,
Okay.
I've seen it spelled so many other
So
many
ways.
different ways. Like, it's hard for me to tell sometimes, like, what is normal and what is not.
Yeah. Ashley made it into place 73 in the 2010s. I've been knocked down. But that's so interesting because I was top for a good couple years in the 90s. Yeah. That's interesting, and how, like, in the 2000s it was still in the top 10, and then in the 2010s it went, nope.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like,
sense.
I feel like in the 2010s, that's when, like,
that's when, I mean, it makes sense. Parents, it's just by interesting. Then? Huh?
Which generation could still be parents?
I'd say the 80s and 90s. So Gen X. And then, like, I'd say Gen X is the parents of that. That's right before you. No, millennials is dumb. But Gen X and millennials, like, older millennials.
Yeah.
Not
like,
young millennials.
Well, yeah, because, like, I know, like, I'm on like the end of, like, the millennial, like, cusp.
Mm-hmm.
But because I was raised by my siblings, I really do, like, I think there's, like, multiple factors that makes me like I know for a fact that I have a millennial's mentality and, like, certain things.
Yeah.
Is because, number one, I was raised by my siblings who are just millennials. And number two, I was fucking homeschooled.
Yeah.
I was homeschooled, and I was, like, only really around my siblings and, like, their older friends.
Yeah.
So
I was talking.
I was a millennial, and there was, like, no. There wasn't, like, a.
Oh, what am I? Where do I fall? Yeah.
And no, but, like, there wasn't even, like, a. I didn't have like real interaction with my peers outside of a theater program until I was, like, in high school. And even when I was in high school, I was half homeschooled, half went to high school.
Yeah.
So even then, like, the amount of exposure I was, like, with other kids was, like, very limited. And, like, when I say, like, in a theater, like, setting, everybody knows that if you've ever done, like even, like, theater at school, I mean, I think theater at school is way more lax than any type of, like, community theater that you'll ever do. But, like, if you're a kid and you do community theater, or you do, like, a theater class, or, like, you're in, like, specifically a child's theater, 9 times out of 10, if you are talking during the class, you are told to shut the fuck up. All of the time. Like, you don't get to socialize. Like, that's not, like, the goal of theater. Is, like, the goal of theater is not to socialize with your peers. It's to put on a show and to pump out and to sit there and do good work. Yeah. Which is, like, I also know that, like, it is funny for me to be like, oh yeah, I have the most social skills out of my siblings, even though we were all homeschooled. Yeah. And it's because I did theater, because I learned how to.
Yep.
Well, it's not even the fact that I learned how to interact with kids. It's I learned body language. I learned social cues and body language, and that is like the biggest skill that I think acting will give you, is social cues and body language. Like, I think if you're a doctor or a medical professional, or even, like, a lawyer or something, and you are, like, want to be, like, as a doctor, if you want to improve your bedside manner, take an acting class. Yep. If you want to, like, as a lawyer, improve, like, your ability to pick up on social cues, take an acting class. Yeah. There are so many skills that I'm like, in
acting, because I took acting the 4 years of high school, and, like, I remember every year she was like, no, like, 90% of a conversation is nonverbal. Like, it was a communications class, and like, obviously we're doing scene work and you have to pick up on stuff like that, but it's a communications class through and through. You learn how to communicate, you learn how to do these things, and it was very much like drilled
in like the
into
lower
us.
levels of theater. It's a lot of mirror work. It's a lot about sensing what your other like person is bringing to the table.
And, like,
it's about
that was like the first 2 years,
things like that.
Latter half is like doing more, but I remember like those first 2 years, it was like, no, like, this is going to be one of the most important classes you ever took. And then like that was like one of the first things she said. And then we were about to graduate. It was our 4 years, because obviously some people tapered out, but there was like the main like 10 of us that kind of just stuck with it the entire, maybe 15 of us that stuck with it all 4 years. And all of us went, no, like, this was the most important. I've learned more in this class than I have in any other class.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people could benefit from taking an acting class, like, just like in general. I think just like, also there are a lot of people that like find a lot of joy in picking it up like as a hobby, or like doing like improv as like a hobby. Like me, look at Michael Scott. It's okay, he did it for years.
I really do miss acting. It was so fun. Like, that is when I think back, I'm like, God, I miss that class for sure. And I just miss doing it. It's just it's fun.
What do you mean? We do this all the time.
We do this all the time. I know.
You don't love this? You're not acting yet, Ashley?
No. You're
telling me that you're just that?
I was telling my grandma that it's because when you do the podcast and when you're doing stuff like this, you do, not that we're not ourselves and not that we're not like that, but you do kind of end up putting on I don't know what Kaylee's laughing at. She thinks she's funny. She thinks
I did, because I didn't finish my sentence. I'm so sorry. No,
But I was telling my grandma, and I was like, oh, it's not that we aren't ourselves on the podcast. It's not that we're not, this is how we are in real life. Like, this, don't get that confused. But there is a certain level of like performance you put on.
Yeah, I also think that there's obviously, like, when you're doing something in like this type of format, yes, me and Ashley are very open people, and in terms of like subjects and like wide ranges that we talk about, but there are certain things that like I know that we would not want to disclose. Personal things that we would not like want to discuss like on the podcast, that we discuss in our friendship, because we are just that good of friends, like, but I feel like that's everybody. Like, any content creator in the entire world is going to tell you the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's they're not putting, like, as much as like like you said, we're very open people, we talk about a lot of things, but there's always going to be things that people don't want out on the internet. There's a lot of,
for sure,
the internet's forever. Like, it's huge. Like, the
internet is forever now. And like me growing up when the internet was first invented,
oh my God,
I didn't realize that, and then now we're like,
oh shit. Ugh. Yeah, I know. Going back to kind of like I was just talking with, I think it was Natalie. I was talking with my sister, and she and I would talk about how like Gen Z, there's a huge shift, because that's when technology kind of like obviously technology was around before, but there's big in the 2000s, like early 2000s is when it went boom. Right. And so it's
the surge of technology.
And we were like right on that cusp of it, where it's like I remember before technology, like not before technology, but you know what I mean? Like before
I was really, like, no, you don't.
No, I don't.
You weren't born. I wasn't born.
I know. So I was like, not that I don't remember.
What the fuck are you talking about?
But I remember before it was like what it is now. Whereas like if I talk to my brother, who's only 3.5-ish years younger than me, he doesn't. Like, he was there, and I'm like,
what do you mean he doesn't?
Like,
what is
when he got his first smartphone when he was like 7. I know. And he got a computer when he was 8.
Crazy.
And so he grew up on
like the iPad generation.
Like,
that's
right before, because
crazy.
like there's like the iPad generation. He's like in between that, like odd in between.
I'm sorry,
but he is like more. Is there a
generation between the iPad kids and the not? Because I thought it was just non-iPad kids
and then
iPads,
iPad kids,
and then that's it. I didn't know that there was something in the middle.
I would say there's they lean a lot heavier into the iPad kids, but I would say there is a small, like, little window gap where it's they grew up with their phones, they grew up with TikTok, they grew up with, like, all of these things, which is wild. They grew up with all of these things, but they weren't fully reliant on the iPad at, like, that young 2, 3, 4-year-old age.
Okay.
Whereas, like, then, because they got it around, like, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Instead of 2, 3, 4.
Got it.
Whereas now, like, the iPad kids that we all think of, it's they're getting it at 2, 3, 4, and now can no longer regulate their emotions without it. Whereas not that they can't, but they're more reliant on, like, look what, you know what I mean? So it's they're more reliant on the outside perspective because they grew up on that type of thing. Like, because they grew up on social media.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, social media has definitely, like, changed the way that, like, we think. And
like, I was
like
asking,
that,
there's talking with one of the kids at the barn, and I was like, yeah, you know, like, when it was such a fun day when you went to school and they pulled out the big box TV, put the VCR in the thing, and then you watched on this really cruddy, awful TV, and you're just like, wow. She was like, well, we don't do that anymore. We just use a projector. I went, shut up. That's wild.
That's...
Like, they just use a projector. Yep. And I'm like...
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It makes sense. And I'm like, you're right. Wow.
Yeah.
I remember being... Oh, the day when the thing was rolled in. I was like, that's so great. And I was like, do you at least know what a VCR is? And she's like, yeah. I just never used one. I went, got it. Thanks. I was like, have you seen one? And she's like, I know of them. I'm like, God damn it.
Okay, I feel weird.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
I used a VCR when I was younger.
Well, yeah, of course. I would hope that you did.
You're like, if you didn't, there's something wrong. And I'm like,
no,
do you remember,
fine, because technically when you were born, DVDs were the new thing. Yeah. Not that VCRs at that point when you were born in 2004, VCRs were being phased out.
Yeah.
So that's like the first when were DVDs released? The
Angel, interesting for a Angel boy name.
Yeah, I've met a lot of
Angels.
I've
met a lot, but it's in the...
Especially in California. I feel like it's like a very like Latino X...
Invented in 1995, before you were born.
Mm. But like they were just not as popular.
No.
Like they were like really, really being like heavily in like the early 2000s were heavily being phased out by that point. Because like I remember even like when we went to a Blockbuster.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. I'm so like I remember going to a Blockbuster.
Yep.
And reading like the back of like the VCR tapes because you didn't technically know because you could never like watch as many like previews because the only time that you like got to watch the previews were when you got like the like when you rented a movie from like Blockbuster or like your local like video store and then watched it at home, or you went to the theater and you saw like you know, things about it. Like there were a lot of movies that were released that had like little to no advertising at all.
And then they became big. Like it was a thing.
I also just think that I love in the 90s and the early 2000s, this man must have made so many money. Like so much
many money.
So many monies. So much on
all the monies. Who?
Just on Anne Hathaway in A Romance of Time.
Literally?
Will she ever find love? Will love ever hit her like this ever again?
So,
I think not. Welcome to our wacky twist of blah blah. And like in the middle of this thing, like this man has such a distinct voice.
He does.
Like,
I can hear it in my head.
I don't know who he was, but he's fantastic. Like
it's honestly, like what's his face with the documentaries?
Oh.
I forget his name.
I should know his name. Huh? I think his name's David.
I thought I was like David. I want to say Worcestershire, but I know
his name is not that. That's crazy.
I think it's crazy. David, but I forget. We're gonna look it up. Worcestershire.
Who's the dude? that does the documentary.
But it's the...
He has such a nice voice.
I know.
He really does, though. There are like some people that I'm like, wow.
I am a sucker for like documentaries, especially animal documentaries.
Yeah.
Sucker for them.
Oh man, like some of you're like, wow.
It's
kind of sad that they changed like the. I don't know. Maybe he retired because I was like they changed it for like Planet Earth.
Oh god damn, they did. Because originally it was David Attenborough. Attenborough.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah,
maybe.
That sounds like him. But
everybody drop a voice note down below on how to say his last name,
please. But it's he has a great voice. But it is interesting how like the generation just changed, just like a bang.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I also like that movie trailers no longer feature that just one man's voice.
Yeah, so do I.
Not that he didn't do compelling trailers. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but also the difference between, I think another thing that really separates, like, again, like kind of where I'm on that line where it's like that, where it's I remember before streaming. Like, streaming blew up.
Well, yeah.
You know, and so...
No, I would think.
So even, like...
Does Troy?
We started watching Netflix when he was,
before
like,
streaming
6 or 7.
Happened? Do kids...
He was, like, 6 or 7.
Okay.
So maybe a little bit, but not really. Maybe, like, 5. Yeah. Well, let's see, because we moved in when he was 5. And by, like, 6 or 7, we were watching streaming. And so it's crazy. Like, I remember as a kid being like, get the popcorn, I have to pee. It's the commercial. Go.
Yeah.
And also waiting
it's
on
like
Fridays.
When you were watching like 2 different shows and like you like wanted to like watch this one show during like that show's commercial break. Like, but like you couldn't time it right. So you like always like missed a couple like minutes, or like if you missed like a week in the rotation, you were like behind on your show, you know?
Even though like also shows then were a lot more okay with being filler and just a show. It didn't need to be something great every time. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to use Friends as an example.
Oh, I've never watched Friends. I'm going to be so for real about it.
I've seen a couple episodes, but it's very much it's Friends.
A lot of people tell me that I need to watch Friends, but I haven't gotten around to it.
No, I've seen a couple episodes. But it's
like I have other sitcoms that I've rewatched to death.
Yeah.
So.
But I feel like they were more able to just like, this is an episode just to have fun with the characters. Go have fun. Yeah. Whereas now it's like, we're going to use Stranger Things as an example because that's, we talked about it, easiest to, everyone knows it. It had to be the next big thing. Because it became the next big thing.
Yeah.
And now a lot of shows are trying to replicate that where it's not.
Oh, did you hear that Smiling Friends got canceled? Mm-hmm. Well, they not that they got canceled. The writers chose not to go back.
Yeah.
Because they were like, no, we see how much it's blowing up and we don't want to. And I'm like, that's I mean, I think that it's great that if you like know like what you want your show to be and you don't want it to become something else, that you like kind of like very similar to Gravity Falls. Like they knew what they had. They ended it where they ended it.
Yeah.
And I think like that's great. Like, you know, I think like that's
really good. I love when the creators have control of the ending. Where it's not canceled, it's not being pushed forward.
It's not doing any of that.
But it's
just they wanted to end it, and I think that's like I think that's a good decision because you know, we look at like other like big adult like random like for instance like Rick and Morty. Like, you know, first of all, horrible like what that man did. Don't support that at all. But like I think they could have ended it really nicely like during like, you know, Beth's cloning. Like I don't think we need any more episodes. Like in the first episode they were already like, yeah, there's gonna be like 9 more seasons of this. Like their goal was to make it a 10 season show.
Yeah.
Like from the get-go.
Yeah.
But like I just feel like it has now devolved because it's really unfortunate because the fan base is so like high and is so demanding, and like, you know, it's really easy
hard
for like people to lose sight of like what the show's like, what like the bigger meaning is. Like, I also think that it's really interesting. You've seen some of Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Pickle Rick episode?
Oh, God, I have to think. Hold on. I'm like sorting through things in my brain.
Rick tries to get out of therapy, and so he turns himself into a pickle.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of people really liked the episode because they were like, oh, it's so fun. It's so zany about him being a pickle. And I'm like, I feel like we lost the plot.
Yep.
Because the fact that you guys are like, oh my gosh, like Rick is so like zany and fun and it's kooky and it's funny that he turned himself into a pickle.
Is he a pickle?
But then I'm like, no, I'm sorry. That was actually a really sad episode.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was sad.
Where you saw both Rick and not only that, Beth's fucking delusion of her own father.
Mm-hmm.
And about how much she doesn't actually care about her kids as much as she cares about her dad's approval.
Yeah.
That's his, like, and that's like one of those things where it's like I feel like a lot of like people aren't like talking about that when they talk about that episode. They just talk about like oh my gosh, like it's so fun and so quirky. Like, you know, one of Rick's like biggest catchphrases like wubba lubba dub dub.
Yeah.
And it literally means I fucking hate myself and I want to kill myself. Like, like that is what that means. And it's like they said it offhandedly one time and never mentioned it again. And I'm like, I just feel like people lost the plot a little bit because they were so invested into the idea of like it being like a kooky, zany world, you know?
Yeah.
That's like, and that's why I'm like, I feel like the show like really like lost the plot of like what they were going for and like really addressing the bigger aspects of the show that they could have.
There's this one, oh, I forget what it's called, but there's this, dang it. There's this show and it's animated, but it's basically an animated podcast where it's, oh my God.
Midnight.
Yes, Midnight,
yeah, it's about people talk about like their drug trips.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting what it's called.
Oh my gosh, Midnight. Wait. Nope.
Is it Midnight something?
Midnight Gospel.
There it is.
Yep. I watched that.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I thought that one was good. And I thought that was like a fun, interesting way to do like a podcast mixed with like Adult Swim ambient noise.
Yep.
I don't know how else to say that, but like, you know.
Yeah. I did like that one. And it's I forgot what I was gonna say. But it also people didn't lose the plot as that one as much because it was more serious. Like that was
but I also think it's because I think that people didn't lose but I also know like a lot of people watched it that just didn't like the show.
Mm-hmm.
That were just straight up like, I don't like it. Like it's not good. And I'm like, well, why is it not good to you? And they're like, well, the animation's great. I just don't have any connection to like anything that they're saying, or it's like I don't find like the way that they're saying it interesting. And I'm like, okay, that's valid. But I mean, I do remember that show was very good.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was good.
And it's I've tried to watch Smiling Friends, and it's just the
I like it.
Comedy is not
I do like it
for me. I tried. It's
okay.
And that's okay.
I'm like, some of it I like, and some of it I'm just like, oh, I just didn't, that one wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that one just didn't land for me, and like, obviously it landed everywhere else, but it just didn't land for me, and like, that's okay.
Exactly, and that's my perspective. I'm like, oh, like, people, like, Avery really enjoys it, and I'm like,
yeah.
Awesome. Like, enjoy it. Please,
yeah,
go watch
it's like a lot of, like, it's, like,
YouTube poop comedy.
Yeah, I was like, it's like it's like trashy potty humor. Like, that's what it is. Also, like, you know, I have like the sense of humor of like a 12-year-old boy, so I feel like that really tracks on like my ability to be like, yeah, I think that this is a good show and I like it because I think it's funny because they said boobs. I love that when I said boobs like that, you also laughed.
Yeah, me. I also have the humor of a 12-year-old boy, but how it's done is just not for me, and that's okay. Like there's certain jokes I laughed at, but I was like, it's just not for me, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And it's also so, like I said, we're kind of somehow to get back to the point. We were like rewatching DuckTales, the reboot.
Yeah,
and that show is very filler heavy, and there's certain lines where you could tell that's connected to the main plot, but it's filler heavy. But it's also, it has the main plot, it has things like that, and it's to me, you don't want to overdo filler because filler can get annoying. But I guess the thing is, filler is what gets you to fall in love with the characters.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, filler builds the world out more. Filler builds characters out more.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like
a little bit more attachment to them.
Yeah, because if it's, and like, don't get me wrong, there's certain shows that I watch that have like no filler, and you still love the characters. It's just done very differently. But there's certain shows where I'm like, I like the filler in this show because, like, especially I use DuckTales because it's just the biggest filler show that I've seen, and I'm like, but it's so fun because you just get to see these little.
Can everybody tell that Ashley's never really watched anime? I was
literally
like, can everybody like be like, yeah, clearly you've never watched anime, really?
No, I have not. Oh, I know.
That's so funny.
I know it gets insane, but
but you should watch Hunter x Hunter. Not a lot of filler.
People replied saying that it's wild that you pronounce the X in Hunter.
Everybody can go fuck off. I don't really care. Yeah, because people are like, oh, it's actually said Hunter Hunter, and they're like, nobody really cares. Like, actually, I'm sorry.
I'll read the comment to you. Hold on.
You know what? You can go fuck yourself, you goddamn fucking. It's okay. Listen. I understand that it's a big thing, but even a lot of people still say it.
It's
like, regardless.
Not her pronouncing the X in Hunter x Hunter with the crying emoji.
Yes, okay, like, let's do it, whatever. I loved it. I love Hunter x Hunter because guess what? If you don't say the X, and people look up Hunter x Hunter, a different fucking show's gonna pop up. You goddamn fucking idiots! I fucking hate you. I hate all of you. Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know that? If you do that, did you know?
You feel better?
Not really. No, I don't, because I could yell about this for so much longer. But also, it's like the multiple people like pronounce it like many different ways.
Yeah.
You know, some people say it like with Hunter x Hunter. Some people say Hunter Hunter. Some people don't. Some people say yes. Some people say, oh, well, like originally in Japanese, you're supposed to say Hunter Hunter because it's not really supposed to be like the X isn't really like pronounced. It's okay, well, unfortunately, I grew up here in the US, and when I was introduced to it, everybody at the time was saying it like that because people were not necessarily like the manga wasn't as big as like the show was when I watched it when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also probably because my friends were more into anime than they ever were into manga. Now a lot more of my friends are into manga than they are in anime. So it's like very different about like who you're going to ask. So yes, I do know. But also at the same time, I understand it's a big debate. It's also like in like the world of anime of whether or not Naruto has too much filler. And in my personal fucking opinion, I loved every fucking second of the filler of Naruto, and I will die on this fucking hill. I will. Because you did not care about anybody else in the series if you didn't have the filler. Especially, and we're not talking about Shippuden, we're talking about Naruto. Okay, everybody? So
I've never seen this, so Kaylee's just gonna go off.
Just to be clear, we're talking about Naruto, not Shippuden. We're talking about Naruto. And yes, did I watch every single filler episode in every single movie? I sure as fuck did. Absolutely I did. And you know what? I did not regret it. Did I regret some things that I've watched in the past that were some really iffy anime? Yes, I did. But there are some anime that I'm like, no, I loved the filler and I thought it was great. I thought it was brilliant, and you guys should just really stop hating so much. Because guess what? It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be having fun. And if I want to see him do a shadow jutsu just for fun, just for kicks. You know, like if we want to see like, you know, Neji really train and like actually like connect with him, because like we really don't get to anywhere else except for in the filler episodes, and why he's so important to that squad. Like, we need to know that. We would never know if we didn't get filler episodes. Half of the cast of Naruto would literally, and Shippuden would be nothing without the fucking filler.
I was about to say something that was going to make you so much madder too, and I held my tongue.
It's fine.
It's like when Aelin did the...
You know what? Actually, her filler was okay.
Yeah.
I did think that the filler was necessary for me to be less angry about it, even though I was still angry about it. I was less angry.
I am excited to cover those books.
I was less angry, but that's all I have to say. But it's also like one of those things where it's like we're also not speaking traditional Japanese. So if you like want to really say it, like Hunter x Hunter probably isn't even the name. Hunter probably isn't even the name. Yeah. So like, I don't know, guys. It's all a translation. And it's also like the idea of I think the reason why like this triggers me so much sometimes is because I remember when I was a little girl and liking anime or liking things like this wasn't cool, and about how many men, specifically men, gatekeeped anime or gatekeeped bands or gatekeeped this because, oh, you said one thing wrong, now you're like excommunicated from the entire fandom, and you could never possibly like it as much as I do.
Yep.
And you're like, okay, that's cool. That's so sick. That really makes me want to be a part of your fandom. Mm-hmm. Like, it's really unfortunate. Like, Pokemon, still the same way. Yeah. Like, it's really shitty, like, when people are like that. Because it's like hey, I understand, like, being like, oh, hey, like, did you know that other people also pronounce it this way? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like, things like that, where it's, like, not, like the gatekeeping thing. Like, you're not actually saying why it's, like, the X isn't pronounced. You're just saying, oh, no, it sucks. Okay, well, maybe explain it. Maybe if you give people more context about, like, what they're doing wrong, you know, once again, knowledge is power. Yep. Things like this matter. Mm-hmm. And so, like, if you, like, explain why, if you're like, oh, like, why is that so important? Also, like, who gives a shit? Yeah. If you like that anime and you can't name a single goddamn character from that, and you decide to cosplay that character, fucking cosplay that character. Yeah. Who cares if you don't know that character? Do whatever the fuck you want, because at the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter. And these people who are like trying to put you down because you're saying it wrong, or you're dressing it wrong, or you don't look exactly like the character, or you're doing this wrong, they can all go fuck themselves, honestly, because they shouldn't have any say in your enjoyment of the fandom. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where I'm like, it really like gets me. I'm like, it boils my blood, because it's like one of those things where it's like the
fandom should be a place where people all can come together and talk about their show and like be excited about it, or whatever it is, and not have to like, oh, how dare you not know that blank blank did blank blank in this 1 second of blank blank. I'm like, okay, guys. Yeah,
it's like one of those things where it's like when I'm like, oh, hey, my dog's name is Kaya, and people are like, oh, where'd you get that from? And I say, oh, The Legend of Korra, and they say, oh, I don't remember that character at all. I don't look at them and be like, wow, you're a fake fan. Like,
no. Okay, it was this character.
It's like, now you know. It's this character. Actually, did you know that this name was also mentioned in the first Avatar as well? Yeah. You know, it's like one of those things where it's like as like part of the fandom, like, you know,
you should be able to, is to like, be like, want to help people learn.
Why don't we do this? Like, you know, like, what about this? What about that? And it's just like one of those things where it's like I think also like regardless of like names or everything, like it really shouldn't matter. Mm-hmm. Like,
wow, what a way to tie it back down to the names that we started with.
Yeah, like, it really shouldn't matter. But also, like, don't name your kids something fucking weird that they're gonna, like, grow up getting bullied for. Literally. Just because you thought it was cool.
Well, to finish it off, do you want to see what the last thing was for 2010?
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, why not? Let's get back into the name thing.
I'm just curious about okay, I'm gonna scroll up.
Is this like the top name or is this the
top name?
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of people. Because it says the amount of people named that now, too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dang it, go away. Okay. Noah. And Emma.
Okay, yeah. Those are very common names.
Yeah. Also, so I posted one of my drafts on TikTok.
I'm actually kind of surprised that I'm going to be like so for real. Maybe it's not until like 2011, but I'm kind of surprised that like in 2010, like Asia was not one of the top names. Because I felt like there was like
Olivia was big.
Okay, because I was like, I know quite a few like kids that are named Asia.
Yeah. Oh, we can go back to the 1800s.
And like quite a bit of them.
Wow, male names do not change.
No,
they don't. This is in popular of the 1880s. John and Mary.
Yeah.
Elizabeth is up there. Emma's up there. George, Charles, James, William. They don't change.
That's so goofy.
But also, yet a little different.
Yeah. All yet a little different.
Yeah.
But
also, really quick, I just want to see your opinion of this. I posted one of my drafts on TikTok. And someone replied, "Oh, I think that Riddick and Liam would have been really cute together."
Yeah.
And
I mean, yeah. I don't think that you'd be wrong about that.
Yeah. But that's all. I was like, I need to bring that to your attention because I agree. Wow, that's kind of cute.
No, I absolutely agree with that because I do think that they would be really cute.
They would have been cute.
I'm sorry, I didn't put the shade down on
my
window.
You're good. I was like, you're glowing and you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you guys.
Like how beautiful you are.
Oh.
Wow. But yes, don't gatekeep things.
Yeah,
that's awful. It just let people enjoy what they want.
Like the idea of like correcting things, but like you also have to understand like
you also don't know how long.
If you don't back up your explanation with any type of like with any type of explanation, like a lot of people aren't going to understand like why you're saying that. And like
but it's also
it is
like keep in mind like you might be in the fandom for 5 years. What if this like they just watched the show and they're still learning and they're still figuring things out?
Yeah, like and also it's like one of those things where it's like it doesn't actually matter in the grand scheme of things, you know.
It's a show. So, it's okay.
Yeah, it's a show. It's okay. It's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to be having fun, you know.
Yeah.
That is kind of like the goal.
Yeah. You have anything else to add?
No, I have nothing else to add. Sorry about my light. Yeah, I'm so sorry. My light. This is it. So unless you
funny.
like let me like get up and like close the curtain real quick.
That's up to you. This is your lighting. It looks really actually kind of cool for like a photo.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Because everything else just went dark around you.
Yeah, it's very
just
dark.
Your face.
Anyway, sorry Avery for the tail end editing, but thank you guys so much for coming. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Correct me on more things that I say wrong. Maybe put why you feel that way, or don't, and we'll still talk about it. Regardless, I mean, I know that Ashley can do no wrong because if you guys come after her, I will say even crazier things. So, you know. Just in general.
I appreciate it.
Like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to support us in any other way, we do have a Buy Me the Coffee link in our bio. I'm so sorry. The light is doing a crazy thing right now. Ashley's having a really hard time focusing.
This isn't funny.
But, you know, it's okay.
You look
and
beautiful.
I think the last thing that we have to say to you is...
What did the void say to you?